Okay guys, we are going to cover two of the most important concepts in JavaScript, which is the DOM and the BOM. Okay, the DOM is a short form of document object model, and the BOM is a short form of browser object model. Okay, these are like the two words JavaScript lives in. The DOM is all about your page content, and the BOM is about your browser environment. Mastering both lets you create the interactive and dynamic web experiences. Let us first look at the DOM, which is the object or the document object model. Okay, the DOM is a programming interface for HTML and XML documents. It represents the page as a tree of objects, so JavaScript can read and change it. Okay, think of it like a map of your web page. Okay, so let us see here. We are going to go inside here, and what we are going here, we are going to let us first remove this source. So we are going to be using the script tags. Okay, our JavaScript that we are going to be using, it is going to be an internal JavaScript in our HTML document. Okay, so here I started this one with the live server. Okay, as you can see, it can reload. So here, because I'm going to be teaching the document object model, let me just remove this one. So here we are back here. So here we have the paragraph which says hello. It has a hello text. So here, as you can see, we get the hello. So let me decrease the size so that you can see. Okay, so as you can see, it is right there, as you can see. Okay, this is the HTML structure, as you can see. Let me decrease these ones. Okay, so as you can see, so let us see one of the features of the DOM. Okay, and the first one is the selection of elements. Okay, so we select elements using the document. So under the script tags, we use the document. Here we use the document dot. We can get the element. We can get the element by ID. We can select the element by the class. We can select the element by tag name, and we can even use the query selectors. Okay, so for example, here we have a paragraph here. It is right here, and here it can have a ID, which can be the P1 for paragraph 1. Okay, let us create multiple. Okay, so let us copy this one. It is a paragraph 1, like that. Okay, so let us copy this one. Let us go down here. So this is the second paragraph 2. But this one, let us create a class. Let it have a class which is the P2, like that. Okay, so let us have even a tag. So for example, let us have here a H1. So H1, like that. And if we save, we get something like this. Okay, so this one has a ID, this one has a class, and this one has a tag, which is H1. Okay, so we are going to be using these ones. So under the script tags, we can in between the script tags, in the body, we can now get access to the document. Okay, to the DOM, document object model. So here we use the document dot. We can get the element by ID, as you can see, by ID, by class name. Okay, by name, by tag name. So let us see for the ID. For the ID, we can get it like this. Okay, and then here we can provide the ID name. So here we have P1. So now here we have access to our element. We can also access it like this. We can access the element dot get element, document dot get element by class name. Here we can have the class name. What is the class name? We have the class name, which is P2, like that. Then also here we can access it like this. We can access by tag name. Okay, so here we can document dot get element by tag name, like this, by tag name. Then here we need to provide the tag. So here we have the tag, which is H1. Okay, so like that, we can access them like that. Okay, so we have the modern way, which is by doing it like this. Document dot, we use the query selector. query selector. You can use the query selector, and you can also use the query selector dot all. Okay, so here we can do like this, and here we can get all. Okay, so for example, here we can select the paragraph, or we can do, if we had something like this, the text, we can select all, or we can do something like this. We are going to see everything in details. Query selector dot all, then we can select, or we can select them like this, dot text all. Okay, we can select all like that. Okay, so that's how we can use the query selector. I'm going to show you everything in details, just relax. Okay, so let me show you how you can change content. Oh, I'm using a PC and my battery is warning. Oh, need to charge. Okay, so close. Oh, first wait. Okay, we are back. So we can do like this. How can we change the content? We can change the content by using one of these ones. We first get access to our elements, and then we can change the content. For example, here we can use the ID. Let us first use the ID. So we get our paragraph. We get access to our paragraph, and we need to get the text content. So we want the text content. Okay, so we can change it to be first paragraph. Oh, let me first move on this one. First text, let me just name it first text like this. And here we can even store it. We can even store it in a variable, like here let p1 equals. We can do that, but let us do this. Okay, let us do this. And if we do this, remember here we have the text, which is paragraph 1, and if we save, we are going to get first text. As you can see, we have changed the content. Okay, we can also use query selectors like this. Okay, we can also use query selectors like this. So we can get them like this. I'm going to show you that in details. First wait. Okay, for query selectors I will show you. Okay, so that's how we can access the content. We change the content using the ID. Okay, by selecting the element by ID. So how can we change the styles? We can change styles like this. Okay, we can do this. We can get the element. Let me just do that. The text content, let us first get access to our element like that. Okay, our element like that. Then we can come here. Let us first store it in a variable. So here we have p1 like that. We store it in a variable, so we are going to use that variable to access our element, to do something to our element. So we use p1, we call that variable. Dot here we can get access to the style of that paragraph. Okay, dot color, here we can select the color. We want to set the color to be the color of the text. Let us set it to be blue. We can set it to be blue like that. And if we save, oh, we get nothing. Why do we get nothing like that? Why do we get nothing? So here we get p1.text content. Here we are getting text content. No, we're not supposed to get that. So we're supposed to be doing like that. So here, as you can see, we have changed the color of the text like that. Okay, so we can do a lot. We can even change the text size, the font size. So p1.style dot, here we can provide a font, and then here we use upper score. We use the uppercase. Okay, we start the second word with the uppercase font size like that. Font size, then it is equals. Let us change it to 30 pixels. 30 pixels, but they must be inside. It must be a string. Yeah, 30 pixels like that. And if we do that, we get paragraph which is more large. Oh, it is not running. It is not changing. Font size. Let me set it to be 100 pixels. Oh, it is not increasing. What's the problem? That font size equals to this one. Okay, what is the problem? Oh, it has refused to adopt. Okay, So let us do this. Let us give it 200 pixels. It has refused to adapt. Maybe there is something wrong with my. So let us see something else. P1. Let us first forget about that. Dot background. Let us use the background. Dot background. Let us set it to be yellow, like that. It is not adapting. Also, it is not background color, like that. Oh, it is also not adapting. Why is it not adapting? So here we get access to the P1. Then here we set the font color to be blue. Here we set the font size to be like that. Here we get P1. Oh, here we are using PI instead of P1. We are supposed to be using it like that. As you can see, guys, it is running very well. Okay, here we are using PI instead of P1. Okay, instead of P1. So let us decrease to 100, like that. Let us decrease to up to 30, like that. As you can see, it is now big and it is now having a background color of yellow. Okay, and even a larger font size. Okay, so that's how we can do it. We can do a lot. Okay, so we can even change the font family. Okay, even the font weight. We can say we can even say p1 dot style, access the style dot font family, like that, which is equals. Let us set font family to be cursive, like that. As you can see, we now have cursive, which is the font family. We can even get access to the font weight, and we change it like this. Copy, then come here, down here, font family, but here we want the font weight. Okay, remember the first one of font, like this. For the CSS, in CSS we separate them using these ones. So here we are going to use font weight, which is equals. Here let us set it to be bold, like that, and here we are getting a bold paragraph. Okay, that's how we can manage our, that's how we can use it, that's how we can change the styles. Okay, so let us see how we can manage how we can create and add elements. Okay, so for example, here let us delete all these ones. For example, here we can create a new paragraph. Let us name it new paragraph, and then here we can use the document dot. We have the create element. Here we can create element. Okay, so we can create element. Which type of element do we want to create? Here we should pass in these ones. You know, here there is a starting inside the opening tag. These first letters. Okay, like the names of these elements. They are the one that we pass in. So for the paragraph, we pass there P. Okay, if it was the heading 1, H1, we should just pass there H1. Okay, so here we are going to create a new element, which is there. So here we are going to get the new para dot. Here we can access. So here we can create the text content to be equals to what? To be equals. This is the new. Okay, and now after doing that, we need to put it in on our document. So document dot body, we access the body. Okay, body dot, we want to append a child, like that. Okay, dot append a child. We want to append what? We want to append the new para, like that. And if we save, as you can see here, we get the new para, which is this is the new. Okay, so that's how we can add element. Okay, so the DOM is a very strong concept you need to be knowing. Okay, if you know about the DOM, then you can create interactive websites. Okay, so here after there, we are going to see how we can remove elements. Okay, we can even remove elements, guys. We can remove elements. So for example, here we can have element here dot here. We can even do this. So let us delete all these ones. we can come here and we use the document dot, let us select here, dot get element by ID. What are we getting? What are we getting? We are getting the P1, okay? P1 like that. Then here can we use the dot to remove that element. And if we save, as you can see, we no longer have the first paragraph. As you can see, we don't have the first paragraph, okay? So there is also another one, which is another concept, which is the attributes, okay? So we can use also attributes in JavaScript here, okay? So here we can do like this. In order to use attributes, we are going to use use the set attribute, okay? So here we can get, so here for example, here we can be having a link, okay? So here we have a like this, then we have the href, okay? So href, this is the link, this one we can name it the link, okay? So here we have it here, so we can come down here and we can get access to it. So we let the link to be equals, we use the document dot get element by ID, not by ID. Let us use, can we use the query selector? Can you use the query selector dot get dot query selector like that? Then let us select all like that one, okay? So after doing that, let us access the link dot we want to set the attribute. Which attribute do we want to set? So in the first, we need to put the name, okay? The name of the attribute. So which attribute do we want? We want to get the ref, okay? This attribute, which is the ref, this one, okay? So this ref, we are going to set it to be to go to a certain which is HTTPS to a certain link, then / example.com, okay? I don't have internet connection, but if I had internet connection, it would have worked. It would have got directed to another website, which has this link. But I'm going to show you, okay? You are going to show it to see it, okay? Even if I'm offline, okay? Just relax. So here we can come here. We can even console.log. Even if we don't do that, we can come here and we console.log the link, but we want to get the attribute. Get attribute. What attribute do we want to get? We want to get the attribute called the ref, okay? The ref, that attribute, okay? So after doing that, if we save and we hover over it, as you can see down here, we have HTTP. As you can see, when we click this link, we are going to be redirected to this website, okay? To this domain, okay? Example.com, as you can see down there, if you can see it when I hover over it. So if we go in the console, more tools, or you can press Ctrl+Shift+I, developer tools. Then here under the console, we can see we have printed this the content of the ref attribute, okay, which is http example.com, okay? So that is it. So let us see about event handling. In event handling, we use the add event listener, okay, to add an event listener. So let us delete all these ones, okay? So here we have that one, okay? So this one, let us get query selector. Let us select this one. Let us select for the P, for the paragraph, okay? Let us select for the paragraph. This is for the para, okay? For the paragraph, then here we can add an event listen on this one. So dot add, we can add an event, Ctrl+Z dot add an event listener. Which event listener do we want to add there? We want to add an event listener of click, okay? Of clicking, okay? So that is the event listener we want to add there, okay? So on this one, when someone clicks on that one, on that paragraph, okay, on that element, this is what is going to be run. This function is going to be run, okay? This function is going to be run. So we are going to alert a message on the browse on that page that that the paragraph has been clicked. The paragraph has been clicked, like that, has been clicked. Okay, so if we save and we go back, let us exit the console, and we click on this first para, like this, on the paragraph. As you can see, we get the paragraph has been clicked. Okay, so even if we click on the second one, like this, so here we have selected only the first one. Okay, only the first one. If we click on this first one, we get that one. If we click on the second one, we don't get it. So for the first one, we can do like this. So query selector, instead of query selector, let us use that one. Okay, query selector dot all. If we do this, let us first save there. Okay, so it is not refreshing. Okay, instead of using that, there is a more easiest way that you can use. Instead of using these ones, let us use document.element by ID. Let us select by ID. We have the ID, which is the P1. Okay, and even we have the class, okay, which is P2. Okay, so dot select by class name. Let us use the class name for the P2. So here we can, if we click on this one, there's something that is happening. There is something which is happening. More tools, console.log. Let us see. So document.element.className add is not a function. Add event listener is not a function. So we have done an error right here. So let me see right down here. Add event listener. Want to add event? We don't add event listener. Okay. So here we have a function. This one is for click. So here we have an alert message. So here, after doing that, let us go back to our previous code. Okay, so if we do this, we get this alert. Okay, so if we come back here and we use selector all like that, and we save, here we'll get an error. Add event listener is not a function. Okay, so here we can use, let us use query selector like that. Okay, so here in the query selector we can get access to that. Okay, we can get access to that. Okay, and if we come here, let us try to use document get element by ID. What is the ID that we are getting? We are getting P1. Okay, like that. And if we save and we do this, we click on this one, we get nothing. Okay, we get this one. Right? We get the paragraph has been clicked, which is this one. Okay, so for the ID P1. Okay, and for this one, for the class name, I want to show some that select get element by class name. What do we want to get? We want to get the P2. Okay, we want to get the P2 like that. And if we save, for the P2, it does not work. It's not a function. It does not work. Okay, so we can use this one. We can just change this one to the ID. Okay, we can use the ID. Okay, like that. Okay, so for this one, we can also get element by ID, by get element by ID. So we get that element by ID. Okay, like that. So if we click this one like that, we get that one. Okay, so let us see another one that's about event handling. Let us look at the BOM, which is the browser object model. Okay, the BOM is a set of objects that represents the browser itself not just the web page. Okay, it lets us interact with the browser window, history, location, and more. Okay, so the window object, let us look at the window object. Okay, so everything in the BOM is a property of a window object. Okay, so for example here, let us look at here. Remember the other one we are using the document object. Okay, but here we are going to use this document object that we have been using, document object. But here we are using the window object. Okay, for the BOM. Okay, browser object model for the BOM. So here we are using the window. Okay, window dot something. Here we can get the inner width. We can get the inner width like that. We can get the inner height like that. So let us console.log it out. So console.log. We want to console.log window dot inner width like that. Okay. If we do that, as you can see, we get 67. So that's the inner width. Okay. As you can see, it is the inner width. Okay. It is the inner width. Okay. So if we do that again, we get 144, which is the inner width. Okay. And if we increase like that, and we save again, we get an increased value. Okay. If we decrease like this, which is this one, the inner width. Okay. If we decrease and we save, we are going to get a decreased value like that. Okay. Like that. So we can do even like this. Dot width, can we get the out? We can get the outer width, which is that one. If we save that one, we can get the outer width, which is this one. So let us decrease it like this one, and we save. And when we save and we run our program, we get this one. Okay, we get this value. Okay, and if we increase like this, like that, and we save our program, we get something which is like this one. Okay, so we can also get the outer height and the inner height. Okay, so let us take a look at dialog boxes. Okay, there are dialog boxes that we can use to pass information. For example, this alert that we have been using, alert hello. Okay, this one, hello. So if we do that, we get this hello. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so there's also another one. We can use the prompt. We can get information from the user. Okay, like this. We can get the name. Then we want to use the prompt. Okay, prompt to get information from the user. So we want the user to enter the name. Okay, like that. User to enter the name. So if we do that, here the user is going to get a dialog box to enter the name. So when we try to enter the name, we want Rashid Omar like that. Okay, we get nothing. So here we can console it out. Let us console it out. Console.log the name like that. So if we run our program again, let us run it again. Ooh, what's happening? Okay, so we get something like this. It has loaded. Okay, so the name we have Rashid, and if we click OK, so we get Rashid here, as you can see. We get Rashid here, as you can see. Okay, so we can also get the location. Okay, no, there's also another one under the dialog boxes. We can also have the confirm exit. So here we can have here confirm the exit. So let us set it to be equal confirm. We use the confirm instead of the prompt. Confirm. Are you sure? Like that. Are you sure? Okay. If we save, the user is going to get something which is like this. Yeah. For the confirm dialog. So the user is sure for OK. Okay. So it is going. So let us console.log out the confirm exit, and we see what we are going to get. Okay, if we save our program and we click OK, so we get true. Okay, so we can use this one if the user wants to exit, and if it is true, then we are going. So if we refresh the page and we press cancel, we are going to get false. Okay, so which means the user doesn't want to exit. Okay, so we can also use get the location. Yeah, we can use the location object. Okay, under the BOM. Okay, so we can console.log. If we console.log and we use the location object, location dot ref, we are going to get the current URL. Okay, URL. Okay, so if we do that, if we save, we are going to get the current URL, which is http localhost, which is 127.0.0.1 on port 5500 /index.html. Okay, so we get that location. Okay, the current location of the page. Okay, so we can also set it. We can set it like this: location dot we can set it like this one. We can set it like https we can set it to be google.com like that. And if we save, we are going to change direction. So this page can't be reached. Okay, as you can see, this page. So we have gone on this URL. Okay, so that is it. So let us go back. Remove all of these ones. We can also reload. By the way, we can reload. So if we save, we go back to our page. Do we go back? We want to go back to our page. Let us go back. Oh, we have moved. Okay, so let us run our one. Open with live serve again. So here we are back. Okay, so we can also reload our page. We reload our page. So here, let us create a button. Let us create a button here. Button B button. So here, type it is a button. So click reload. So here we are going to reload. Okay, then let us give it a class. Like yeah. Let us pass here what we call the event. So this button can have an event. Okay, we are going to take a look at these ones later. Okay, these events later. Okay, so on click, we want to run a certain function. Okay, which is the reload. We are going to create this function. We call it the reload. Okay, we're going to create it down here. So we come down here, we create a function called the reload, like that. So this function, it is going to reload. So when called, we are going to access the location object dot reload, like that, dot reload. So we are going to reload the page. Okay, so if we get our program, so if we click this button, the page is going to reload. So if we click it, it has reloaded. As you can see, it reloads when we click this page. When we click this button, it reloads. Okay, so we can also access the history by using the history object. Okay, so this is what we can do. Okay, so inside here, let us remain with that button. Inside here, we can use the history object like this. So history dot, we can go back. So for example, history dot back. We can create this one. This one goes back. Okay, and if we save and we click this one, it is going to go back. So if we click reload, it is going to go back to the current. It is going to go back. Okay, but here we have only one page. That is why it is not going back. Okay, so if we click this link, if we click to go back, we can go back. But here we cannot access. But just know we can use it like this. Even we can use forward to go in front. We can use the forward like that. Which goes forward. We can use even a go, and we give it where we want. Okay, the number of pages we want to skip. Okay, so we want to go back 2 pages. Okay, to go back 2 pages like that. Okay, we can use it like that. Okay, so we also have the screen object. Okay, the screen object, which is like this. So here, let us remove this one, this on-click event. We no longer need it. Okay, even this function, let us get it off. So here we can console.log or screen. We can use the screen object, screen dot. We can get the width of the screen like that. if we save and we go in the console, let us press Ctrl+Shift+I like that. Okay, we go into console. So this is the screen size 1366, the screen size of so if we save it again, I see 136. This is the screen size of the device. Okay, the screen size of the device. We can even get the height. Okay, we just need to use the dot height like this, dot height like that, and we will get the height as you can see. Okay, so this is the screen, the height, and we have seen the width. Okay, so we have also others. We have the timing events. Okay, we have the timing events like this one. Okay, so let us look at the timing events under the BOM. Okay, so we can use the timing events like this. We use the set time out. Okay, set time out, and then inside the set time out we can create an arrow function which is like this, an arrow function which is like this, and here we can console.log, console.log, here we can console.log what? So this runs, console.log, okay, this runs after 4 seconds, like that, after 4 seconds. So here we need to pass the 4 seconds, but here the 4 seconds, they must be in thousands. Okay, so these ones don't count them, it is the way we use, just roll out, just forget about that. So just know that we use these ones. These ones, it means 4 seconds. Then you can increase as you want. Okay, but these ones are 4 seconds. If you want to use 20 seconds, you just add another one. 20,000. Okay, 20 seconds, like that. So, but for 4 seconds, we use it like that. It is going to delay for 20 seconds, and it is going to run. Okay, if we save, we wait for 4 seconds, and it has run. As you can see, this runs for 4 seconds. Okay, as you can see. So that is the timing. That is the time events. We can even set intervals. We can set intervals. For example, here we can have the let interval here to be equals. We can even set interval. You can set interval like this. Set interval. As you use set interval, then inside the set interval, this is the structure, the set interval. It is like the set timeout. Okay, so here in the set interval, let us create it from scratch. I don't want to make things complicated. So set interval, then here the parenthesis, then inside we need to provide 2 arguments: the handler, which is the arrow function, and even the number of intervals. Okay, the number of times it has to wait. Okay, so here we can we can do this. Let us provide the arrow function. Then inside the arrow function, console.log runs every second. It's going to run every second. Let us set for run every 2 seconds, like that. Okay, it's going to run for every 2 seconds. Then here we need to provide the 2 seconds. Okay, the 2 seconds like that. Okay, so after doing that, then here we want to clear the interval. So here for stopping it. Okay, so for stopping it, let us first wait. Okay, so if we get to our document, I see it is going to run every 2 seconds. As you can see, runs every 2 seconds, every 2 seconds, like that. Okay, so in order to stop it, we need to just use the clear interval, and then we clear the interval that we created, the interval like that. Okay, so if we save, now we get something like, it has frozen. Okay, so let us reload the page. Okay, so after reloading, we get nothing there. Okay, so as you can see, this one runs, but we stop the interval, so it is not going to run. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so we have seen that the DOM controls the document, which is the HTML structure, the content, the styling of the website. Okay, so but the BOM controls the browser, which is the window, the history, the location, the navigation, the screen. Okay, everything those ones, that's what the BOM controls. Okay, so that's the BOM and the DOM in JavaScript.